Hello and welcome to Kindred Essence Tarot, to my latest reading on who is watching you. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to come up and who this person, people, group, beings, whatever it could be, but I was drawn to do this reading. So we've got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take a second to tune into what pile resonates the most for you, and let us get started for who is watching you. Pile number 1. We've got judgment. So, the first thing I got was not literal judgment, but somebody who they're watching you to see if you're going to make the changes that you say you're going to do, or that they think you could do, or they fear you could do. So it's sort of that they're watching. I'm hearing some of them are watching you in a negative way, wishing harm on you, and some of them are wishing you, since they're watching you, wondering, are you going to make the changes that they think you're capable of making? So I'm hearing very much the kind of stone this is. It's sort of like they are in the shadows, and I'm hearing it like half of you may have an inkling of who this is, and half of you may not, is what I'm hearing. And also, yeah, like I'm hearing that I'm hearing not all of the group, but for some of the people who put this group, they're very negative. Like for example, like they don't want you to find somebody else. That's a big theme. Or I'm hearing even if they're a friend, they don't want to find. They want you to find somewhere else. And I'm hearing that I'm hearing that this person could be very boastful, or they think you're very boastful even if you're not. I'm hearing that they think that you're very accomplished. And this person, I'm getting an energy of they're kind of a dull energy sometimes. I'm hearing you think it could be really, it's like a split pile. It could be either really outgoing and out there, and really in your face, and in that case, they might be the kind of people that you might know them more so as. But there's a sense of subterfuge and a bit of a sense that they may not know who you are. And I'm hearing it's somebody who's really kind of, and the word that comes to mind is sort of mousy and sort of like in the background, and you may not know who this is. You may not really think immediately this person might be watching, but they are watching you. And I'm hearing for some, yeah, they have this negative feeling towards you for some reason. They kind of wishing, so it's an ex-friend or an ex-partner that's wishing they're kind of like watching your progress, watching what you create in your life. And it's almost like it doesn't make any sense, I'm hearing, because they may have positive things going on in their life, but I'm hearing they don't have a very positive attitude in some cases. Like even they've got this weird fixation on you that it would not make logical sense, because it's like I'm hearing they may have something going on, or appear to like I'm hearing like a wealthy partner, or they may have a very good facade, I'm hearing. So I'm hearing very much the sliding into the background. So it's like, but they have, like, people would be like, why are they so fixated on pile 1? It's like, can't they focus on what's actually going on in their life? But I'm hearing they don't, it's like I'm getting this image of never satisfied. I'm hearing they may even have a child, but they can't, and that's who they should be focusing on, but they can't. They may have a child, or they may have a malady, some sort of emotional or physical malady, and that's what they should be focusing on. Or it could be due to their inner child that was damaged. And it's like, I'm hearing the word conversation, and I'm hearing in some cases 40%, it's interesting, it's like the split in this pile, like 40% will be talking about you. They're talking about, but there's 60% that is very secretive, and they won't be talking about you. That's like, it's very hidden. Like they don't want to be talking, and I'm hearing they don't want you to know that it's them. They don't want you to sigh. And it's almost like they have this weird fixation with you. I'm not sure why, but let's see. Why do they have this weird fixation with you? Because heart, they feel like you did something to their heart. And I'm hearing that you didn't do anything to their heart, but they feel that like you harmed their heart in a very specific emotional way. And it's like, it may not make sense to you, and it may not, but I'm hearing they very much have sensory distortions. And it's sort of like they have a hard time digesting what happened with you. But I'm hearing for a lot, yeah, you don't know, they feel heart and love. Like and I'm hearing it could be a love partner, but even if it's not a love partner, it's like they feel that you didn't do something that you should do, or you did something that you shouldn't do. It's like, it's very much like, but they're watching what's going to happen. It's very, for some reason, it hinges. And it's like, I don't know why they're putting so much importance on your life, but it's like this weird attachment. It could be a past life thing. It could be a past life thing, as these issues often are, but it's like they have this very much, and it's a bit of judgment and child. So I'm hearing too, it's like they could have oh, interesting. Wow. I got what? Child and child. So I'm hearing they could be childish, have an inner wounded child. They could actually have a child, or they could also see you as a child. But that's crazy, because I pulled the child from the Gypsy Oracle deck, and then I pulled the child from, this is a deck, somebody gave it to me. It's like from Germany. It's a really, like, I haven't seen it anywhere. I'm not sure exactly where you'd even get it. It's a really, but it's got all these like these cards and everything like this, like, and so that's really interesting. So the fact that pulled, I'm gonna pull some more cards on that child, because I'm hearing it could like, or I'm hearing you could have known them as children. Okay, I'm hearing another thread. You knew each other as children for a very long time. I'm hearing like 10, 11 years old. And it's sort of like, they're like, how dare you stray from them? How dare you, like, they almost want to keep you in a child position because they've known you for so long. Or I'm hearing for a smaller number, it's sort of like they should be focusing on their own. They're almost more focused on you than their own child. Like, they have almost like a childish fixation on you that should be focused on their own child. If they have a child, they're not focusing on it. So let's see. I'm hearing this like they feel like they gave you everything, and it's sort of like, and then you just went away from them, and in some cases. But let's ask some more. But what is this child? Okay, because that popped up from 2 different decks, and that's very significant, obviously. That's why I like using different tarot cards, and that's why I've combined 2 decks together. Okay, so I'm hearing, okay, the 5 of Swords. Okay, the 5 of Swords, that's coming out. So that's the one where it's like an ego battle, defeating somebody else. But I'm hearing that you're going to have to figure out who this is. Some of you, and they want justice for something that you did. They want something, or something that they feel that you did. They feel like I'm hearing you left me, and you shouldn't have left me. And, or I'm hearing another thing is, another thread. You could have been their child in a past life. So they feel that they should have power over you. I'm hearing very distorted thinking, but strength. They feel that they should have power over you with the strength card, which is about somebody having power over somebody else in some cases. And this is definitely about that. And they want to see some balance occur. But I'm hearing an imbalance. They see that an imbalance occurred between you, where they feel that, but it's like it didn't. I'm hearing it just didn't. You just kind of, I'm hearing you were, in some cases, you were sick of putting up with their horse manures when it comes to, you were sick of it. And you wanted to step into your own power. So it is something about getting out of your childish role. I'm hearing, like, you wanted to, of being kowtowing to people, and always feeling you had to become what other people wanted because of their. So yeah, you were tired of it. And I'm hearing they think that you made them, they feel wronged, like you're juggling them instead of, they could be, I mean, they could be very narcissistic, believing that you should totally be focusing on them at all times, and you shouldn't be focusing on anything else. I think you should be focusing on them all the time. So I'm hearing, yeah, a karmic relationship where you could have been in a childish role. And I'm hearing in some cases it could have been, but you wanted your independence from this person. And I'm hearing it's almost like, I'm going to get some more, because the child humor, I'm going to see if I can get some more information. But I'm hearing that you wanted this independence in this person, but they don't like that. Okay, so doctor, and then melody. So that's, okay, doctor and melody. So doctor, I'm hearing they could have a very self-importance, like they could be very self-important, and it was very much a surprise to them when you left them. Like, I'm hearing you left them and it was a surprise, because I'm hearing in some cases they could have a lot going on, and they could have they could have a very high position in society, but they're really emotionally ill, and they kind of like having that high position or perceived high position because it gives them sort of power to make other people childish, and you were not taking it. Interesting. I'm gonna see if I can get some more cards. Yeah, it's very fascinating that okay, here's from the bottom is very important. So I'm hearing that they really don't want to have, in some cases they really, and I'm not hearing like, not all cases, but in some cases they really don't want to see you have a happy ending. Like, it's almost like they're obsessed with the fact that what your outcome will be. Like what your emotional outcome, what your life outcome will be. Like, they're almost obsessed with it. And it's like, I'm hearing get a life, but I'm hearing they do have a life. They just don't. I'm hearing, yes, some cord cutting, but they just can't see it. And it's sort of like you're just hyper fixated, and you may be surprised at this. Like, I'm hearing some of you may be they're just hyper fixated. Like, some of them, they wake up in the morning, like you're constantly in their mind. So let's see. So cutting cords, love energy enhancer. So I'm hearing that you may want to actually do a cord cutting with this person, maybe with some sort of energy field like this. You want to take it like, but you can figure out how to do this. Like, you can just use your intuition to figure out how to heal this energy field. Like, maybe like do a meditation to figure out who this is. Like, go into a meditative state and ask how you can release this energy. But it's a really interesting energy. It's like, and I think you'll be surprised, not surprised, if that makes any sense, who this is. But go into a meditative state and then write down the first name that comes to your mind. And it's like I'm hearing you'll know, but yeah, like sort of, I didn't mean to bump that camera there, sorry about that. But you'll know what that is, and then do the energy release. And maybe I'm hearing another thing is you may want to talk to this person's soul and send them. Oh, I'm hearing you may not want to send them an energy of love, but I'm hearing that might help. If you can send them an energy of love and sort of maybe talk to their soul, that might work in some cases. Not all, but some. I'm hearing for some you may need to bring in the big guns and do more of a release. But because some people don't really even respond to love, but some people do, the energy, and they'll resolve their issue with you with that energy. I'm hearing a chunk of people will, a chunk of people won't. Interesting. So good luck dealing with that interesting. It's kind of a dull stone here that I was picked up, but I think why I picked up the stone that's kind of dull is that to show that things are not always what they seem. Yeah, things are not always what they seem. So it's sort of, and that this person could be hidden in some cases. Not all, but some hidden. Okay. So that's interesting. I hope you enjoyed that interesting pile number 1. Now let's go into pile number 2. Who is watching you? I've heard the word dangerous and dynamic energy. So let's see. Death. Ooh, interesting. Death. Death, Magician, all major arcana, dangerous and dynamic, and then Knight of Pentacles. Now we've got, interesting, we've got a contrast of Knight of Pentacles. So I'm hearing that they really don't want you to know who this is. That could be, it's interesting, because there's elements of that in pile number 1, but this is like dangerous and dynamic, and then I got death and the Magician. So that's sort of like, but then we got the contrast of the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm hearing that this person may be putting on a facade with you, putting on a facade of being like, oh, very stable, very, what's the word, together, nothing's wrong, but really they have this cauldron of emotional energy behind them, and death energy. So I'm hearing for some, they're angry that what you had ended, and they want to get their power back in some way. I'm hearing in some way. Okay, so what way do they want to get their power back? So, victim. Interesting. Victim, give. So they want to, let's see, the victim, let's clarify that. Okay, so the victim and give. Yeah, I love this. Somebody gave me this deck, and I really, so give with lovers. Oh, interesting. So they want you to give love to them. We've got the lovers and give. So they want you to give love to them again. And they kind of know it's not possible, but they know. And then victim, like, I'm hearing they're kind of wondering who's the victim in this situation, because they may have acted in a bad way. But I'm also hearing that they kind of feel like a victim to you. They're waiting for you to return. And, yeah, they kind of have a victim. They're a victim to the thoughts about you, or they feel that you victimized them by not giving them something that they wanted, which is like love again. They feel that you should have given them more love. But I'm hearing this is not possible, or you didn't feel that way towards them. You know, Ace of Swords. I'm hearing you very much wanted to cut this person away from you. And it's like, because you felt that they were like dragging you down in some way, and you didn't trust them. So you wanted to cut yourself away from this person. Let's see, let's get some more information. Maybe why did you want to cut this away from the person? Change. Like you really wanted to change your energy and hide. And you also, I'm hearing in some cases you felt this person's dangerous energy and you wanted to hide from them, and you did that by like they didn't feel safe. They didn't feel safe to you and strangers, and now they're just like, but you're strangers, and then they don't intimidate, and they may feel a little bit. I'm fearing you may feel intimidated by them, or they may feel intimidated by you. And stop. So they want to put a stop to something in your life. I'm hearing, because I'm hearing they want the love that you want to give to someone else. They want you to give it to them instead. Let's see. And shine your light. And it's like they were kind of dampening, and I'm hearing this could be a hall of mirrors here, where they were projecting things on you, and like the shine your light and strengthen your gifts. So I'm hearing in some cases they may actually admire you and your gifts, but they don't want you to shine that bright, or you felt that they were dampening your ability to shine, and you wanted to change, and part of your change was leaving behind like toxic energies. And let's see, joyfulness. You really wanted to create a sense of joyfulness. And you felt that this person had a bit too much dark energy, like just, and not that everybody does, and it's sort of like, we all feel depressed at times, right? And there's no shame in it, but this person was really clouding your energy field, right? It's like their depression was very much like, there's no shame in it, right? But it's sort of like they were, like, you felt their energy. I'm hearing in your solar plexus. You felt very energetically corded to this person, and it just felt very toxic to you. Like, it's like they were downloading their toxic energy into you. Like you felt like they were downloading energy into, and it sort of like you felt it was being held in your, on a very somatic level. Like it very, very much held it, like a sense of being like somatic, like a somatic level. And I'm hearing, okay, let's see, from Archangel Michael. So, oh yes, so interesting. So change, and then you created from the Archangel messages deck, you created the situation and you have the power to change it. So moving away from this person was something, it was like something where you felt your power was taken away. So thank you for letting me lean on your strength, reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. So you really wanted to, change your situation. You wanted to empower yourself, and you felt this person was too, like, I'm hearing in some cases they were too controlling. They didn't have boundaries. And I'm hearing they didn't actually, in some cases, they feared you would leave them, but for other cases, they didn't think that you would actually leave them, and you did. And it's a good thing, because sometimes people just, they go over the line, right? They're too, but change, right? The change, and we got the other card that talked about change. So it's sort of like, you wanted to get away from this dark energy, and you wanted to, and I'm hearing also you didn't want the victim card. Like as I'm holding it, I'm hearing you didn't want to be a victim to this person. Like you didn't want to feel, because I'm hearing in some cases this person may have victimized you. They may have victimized you, and you were fully in your rights to move away from them. But yeah, that contrast of being like almost a respectable person in society when they aren't necessarily that is there. And yeah, and I'm hearing for some of you, yeah, they victimize you, and they pretend to be a respectable person in society, but are they really? Not really. So let's see. Yeah, you have I'm hearing again, yeah, you created, just to show this card again, you created the situation. You have the power to change it. And it's sort of like, go forward fearlessly, is what I'm hearing. Go forward fearlessly. And, okay, let's see what else. And then, you're on the right path. Wow. So, you go forward fearlessly. So, it kind of goes, okay, so I'm hearing that you're kind of, okay, for this person, you created the situation, you have the power to change it. So that's what you felt, you did that, you empowered yourself. And I mean, it's kind of a sticky energy. You have the power to change it. Go forward fearlessly. And that's what you're doing, and you're on the right path. So I'm hearing, just create that energy within yourself, and you will be on the right path. Intend that you're on your highest timeline, and you will be. Interesting. So yeah, that's all we got for pile number 2. And I'm hearing, believe in yourself and move forward with power, confidence, and assurance. Just create an energy field. Know what these kind of energies look like. Give them a tangible quality. Like sit with these types of power, courage, and confidence. Create an energy field of this, and you will move forward with confidence and power. Energy is everything for moving away from the situation. Interesting. For pile number 2. Now let's see, pile number 3. Who is watching you? So we've got this beautiful stone. My cat tends to like that stone and became obsessed with it. But 9 of this feels a little bit less nefarious than the other. Well, not that the other piles were necessarily that. There's gradations for everything, but so we've got. Actually, let's see, get some more clarifiers. So 3 of I'm hearing in some cases, this is somebody who feels badly about something. They feel badly about what happened, and it's almost like they want to offer something new to you, and they don't know if you'll take it. So it's sort of like this person, in some cases they're thinking about going into your life again. In some cases they're kind of fantasizing about it. So I'm hearing in some cases they may be like using divination to know what's going on with you, but they basically something happened that ended the relationship or friendship or family situation with them, and it hurt you both, and they feel the sense of, oh, if things could have been different, and they don't really know where you are, but they're just sort of like, they wish that they could offer something better to you. So this feels a little bit, in most cases, a little bit better intentioned. But yeah, they don't know what's happening with the High Priestess and the 2 of Swords, right? And then it's like, they almost like wish that they could. So interesting, we've got the 9 of Cups and then the 10 of Cups in reverse. It's sort of like they would like to, in some cases, create something new with you, but it's sort of like they don't know how that would work out. And yeah, and I'm hearing in some cases they've gone as far as to be kind of divination to figure out about it. But in some cases, how much they think about it sort of varies. And some of them, they really want a new beginning with you, but others, it's sort of like, it's a nice thought, but they don't think it's really going to happen. And that they have kind of fantasy thoughts, I'm hearing, about like the good old days, and like you may have had a very strong history with them, and maybe they're feeling like, oh, maybe it shouldn't have been completed. It should have been. But I'm hearing that there could be a lot of distorted thinking here. Like, it's sort of like they have this very distorted thinking about it, and it's almost like they're idealizing the past, and they wish they could have a conversation with you, but they don't think it's going to happen. So it's sort of like they idealize the past, and they wish that they could, and I'm hearing it could be now because they're doing this, not really because of you, but because of them, and they feel like they're really in a bad or tight spot in their life, so they're kind of going towards the connection that held the most significance to them. So it's like thought, this is dominating their thought, and I'm hearing it could be something from a long while ago, and it's like popped back in their head, and they're kind of idealizing you, and they're idealizing because they've lost hope in their own life. So it's sort of like they don't know how to take responsibility for their own stuff, so they may have not thought of you for years, or they may have thought of you a lot during that time, and it's almost like they're kind of like, and I'm hearing, but in some cases, you may think of them as a foe, or something happened where you guys became a foe. You were really good friends or good, relationship, and then they just, or it could have been, it may have not been that good, but it's sort of like I'm hearing in some cases you think of them as a foe, or you became kind of foes, but and see, so it's sort of like gift. It's almost like they want to give you a gift, but it's sort of like I'm hearing you could be in some cases quite suspicious of this person. Like you may feel, and it's like they don't understand why you're so suspicious of them. Like it's like you have this cheerful energy, and oh, I'm bringing these wonderful gifts, but you know better. Like, they're not really bringing gifts. Like, you're quite and then posture. And I think you think that this person very much is a posturing person. You may even have some disgust towards them, or you may actually think it's comical. The behavior, comic. They're posturing, they're pretense. You may find it comical, and this may be part of their comic or comical posturing distortion, if that makes any sense. Where they like, but I'm hearing they may have a like hope that something may happen between you, but it's sort of like, it's like they need to deal with their own self. They need to deal with their own self, and they may have tried to get you to conform to them, which by shaming you. I'm hearing they may have been quite toxic and tried to get you to conform or have power on you to sort of to have control over you. I'm hearing it sort of like whatever they wanted, like whatever they wanted, you should just conform to it. And it's like they don't really know, I think, how toxic they actually are, and dream. So it's like they're dreaming about you. They're and again, it's like what I say with other pals. I'm hearing some may know who this is, some may not. But it's sort of like sort of get a blank piece of paper, and then like, because I'm hearing some of the people may be surprised who's watching them, and it's sort of like right, like to figure out if this is exactly like, oh, who is this person that's watching you. Just write, have a blank piece of paper like this, and then kind of couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, just kind of calmly like breathe, and then have a piece of paper and then write out the first name that comes to mind, and you'll know who this is that way. Because I'm hearing some of you who this whole entire reading may not know. Like, it's like you may think you know who it is, and it's like, so I'm hearing, yeah, this is a toxic dynamic. It was always riddled with power plays and toxicity, and you were just like, this person may have pulled a really I'm hearing in some cases, it's interesting because I'm hearing it's like I pulled the word hate, and it's sort of like I'm hearing, yeah, in some cases they may hate you, but I think I'm hearing it's more goes the other way around. Like, you may hate them, like their behavior is toxic, and you may actually hate this person and be done with them, and like they I'm hearing, but in some cases they may hate you, but it's more the case of you hating them. Interesting. And I hear when someone, it's for a reason, right? When we generally, right, when we hate someone, it's not to say that it's necessarily the best energy, but so I'm hearing they may have played all these games with you, and you're just, and you realize what a posturing person they are. Like, I'm hearing they could have been a fire sign. Not, I'm not dissing fire signs, but that's what they, or maybe you could be a fire sign too, but it's sort of like they may have that like some sort of energy, or they could be a water sign. Or it could be any sign, but that's just popped it like, they may have I'm hearing actually they may have a dynamic or a personality that shows sort of like the pushy aspects of the power of a fire sign, or be a fire sign, like a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They may have the energy, but then they may also have that water energy too, emotionality, and it was just really like you just I'm hearing you really just don't like this person, and I'm hearing a kind of why do you not like me type thing. They don't understand it. Like, they don't understand how they're, yeah, I'm getting kind of an arrogant energy with expert too. They don't understand, I think, the level to which they did something that really like pushed you over the edge. I'm hearing they don't understand the energy. Like, they may have said some really horrible things, and they don't understand the extent that the enemy, and then I believe we have a foe card there too. Yeah, foe and enemy. Like they did something, and they really made like an enemy of you, and they don't understand the extent to what they did was wrong. I'm hearing they didn't understand that, but an enemy and a foe. So I'm hearing in some cases they may hate you and see you as an enemy and foe, but it's mostly the other way around. And you're like, you see them as an enemy and a foe, and they don't understand why. Like they say things that are they said things that were very melancholy, or they may now be very melancholy. So let's see if we can get one more card, Archangel Michael deck, to see. Okay, so 4 from the top is what I hear. So flip card that is. Go forward fearlessly. I'm hearing if this person tries to contact you, don't generally okay, I'm hearing that. Okay, go forward fearlessly, but I'm also hearing this situation is already resolved. So what I'm hearing is that this person may try and bring up the past. I'm hearing they may try and bring up the past, and they just like, this situation is already resolved. And so I'm hearing it may not be resolved. Like, and they may be the perpetrator, but you've could have, although you don't like them, or may even hate them, the situation is already resolved in your mind. It's you're over it, but they're not they're not over it they're not over it, but it's like they should, instead of focusing on you, they should focus on them. It's like they have this need to focus on other people and not focus on themselves, and it's almost like, okay, I'm hearing because they forgot about you. Like they've kind of forgot about you. But since things have not going well in their life, it's sort of like they're focusing on you again, trying to get as much juice out of the situation they can. And I mean, even this could be situation, it could be long gone, but they're just like, they're trying to basically resurrect a dead situation. But it's like, in your mind, this situation is already resolved. Like, you've seen their BS, you've seen their kind of funny BS dynamics, and you're over it. But they're just like, because, yeah, I'm hearing because of, if things didn't go wrong in their life, they probably wouldn't be focused on you, but they did. So now they're just seeing like they're in this fantasy world, like seeing if they can extract any more energy out of you. And it's sort of like, and like, but you're like, no, I don't want you in my life. You're an enemy to me now. You're a foe. But they're like, but I kind of, so yeah, I'm hearing go forward fearlessly. And if they, so I'm hearing if they do contact you, it will be an energy of manipulation, trying to trap you in some way with the trapping card. So it's sort of like they could try and trap you in some way, but it's sort of like this person that's watching you, they may want to trap you. But I'm hearing that it's sort of like it's a last ditch attempt, and it's sort of like to take you off your path or to manipulate you. And I'm hearing don't fall for it if they do that. If they do that, don't fall for it. And like always trust your intuition. And yeah. All right, so that's all we've got. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a terrific day. Goodbye.